Hey everyone, John Hunter here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a long trade here on crude oil with the market viewing this low as kind of a mistake. They tried pushing down very aggressively and, well, they took it all back, right? All back in one big move. Nice drop lower, fiddled around for a little bit and then slammed right back up. And when you get that kind of movement, a lot of times that's when the market is essentially saying, you know what, we probably shouldn't have done that. It's almost like a mistake in that regard. So because of that, we know that we can get in with our stop below the low because we shouldn't ever breach that low. And we have two different objectives. There's two different types of setups that are going on right now. There's the market mistake that we have this push down, fails, and just fires right back up. But then we also have one of our favorite setups, a crown, back in the opposite direction. Now, with that information in hand, our stop down at 37 to our target, our first objective has to be 45.09 because that is a one-to-one objective. We can't accept anything less than that, given the context. Now, after that, we're looking for an objective off the crown, which is going to put our target up here at 45.28. So we'll put it up there. Now, I don't like putting my target directly on levels like that, so I'm going to go ahead of it a little bit to 25, but that is the overall objective that we are looking for towards the upside. So the first target, looking for 45.09. After that, 45.25. It's still pretty early, and we don't really have a whole lot of news today, so it may take a little while before things really start kicking off, and it may just be, when we go into the open, we might be sitting here for an hour. But overall, just kind of waiting for the buyers to show up, see if they can drive this market up, and we're looking for our targets above. Buyers pushing up, there's the target filled. Beautiful move to the upside for two of the three contracts. We're going to take the stop down to only one. Now, the stop did move up to 69, and the main reason behind that is we had this big snap back to our entry point. And you can see they fiddled around that area for quite a while, but as long as we don't break back down, we're good to go. And we turn back higher again. Beautiful rejection from the sellers, and you can see where the sellers gave up with that huge run up. They pulled back a little bit, and they tried trapping out a lot of the buyers that may have gone to break even a little bit early, and this is exactly why we don't. Pulled back, got all of those buyers initially basically just kind of stuck out, and then they turn back up again. That's going to force those buyers to chase the trade to further drive the market higher. So moving the stop underneath that, knowing that is the situation, it does leave open a negative stop in a way, but we've already locked in a huge amount of profit to counteract a negative stop, and that gives the trade enough room to continue working. So looking for the final objective up at 45.25 next. Seeing the buyers pushing up here, now we are closing in on our target, so I no longer want to float this negative stop. We're going to be looking to lock in off this last bull push. The last bull push stop goes up to 44.97. I'm looking for them to either finish the job or I really don't want it. And if this were to go down on this very candle and turn down and go through the bottom of this doji, that would be an engulfing candle in the opposite direction. We might even consider moving the stop up because of that, just to lock in a little bit extra. But on top of that, if this goes bear engulfing, that's a little bit of an issue, right? We don't want to see that. So stop moves up to 45.06, looking for 45.25 above us as the final objective, locking in a little bit of profit, but still giving the market some time here, giving it some breathing room, if you will, so they can get and see if they can manage to get that push higher up to that 45.25. Looks like they might try here. One tick away, only one tick away. We just need a little bit more crude push up. There we go. We get the target filled. Beautiful move higher. It's exactly what we were looking for. It took a little bit longer than I think most people really like. I would be one of those. I'm not a huge fan of sitting in trades for that long. But once we got through the open, we pushed through the stock exchange open, and we finalized that drive higher into our objective. So that's going to do it for me. Beautiful move up on essentially a market mistake turned crown in the opposite direction. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email into School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.